Hi guys, so welcome back to the online classes we've been doing on YouTube. Just going to keep going with the schedule. So we're no gi every Tuesday, gi every Thursday, and a new thing we're going to start doing is we're going to do solo drill video every Wednesday from now on. So hope you're enjoying the videos, and keep subscribing, keep sharing and leaving comments, all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to look at today is actually continuing with some of the butterfly stuff we've been looking at last week. But now we're going to start looking at a submission system from butterfly guard. Now, first half of it's going to be front headlock, upper body attacks, and then we're going to look at some leg lock entries then in a few weeks' time. So, to start with, we're just going to literally look at a development drill. It's a really good development drill for your butterfly guard. It's just on your head positioning and how to get a snap down. So, if I get into my butterfly guard here, I can just sit in the standard butterfly, however I like to sit. I'm just going to worry about my positioning here, because if I sit, like some people will sit and their head's too far forward, they're going to get snapped down and guillotine pretty fast. So best rule of thumb is to position your head below there too, so like this. So I'm kind of squaring my neck here. Now my head is up, it's quite hard to snap me down. Yeah, and now if I'm drilling this, I'm probably just going to sit here, head, and ideally I can actually start using my head like as a pushing point to push into them. So I can do this. So I don't know what you will sometimes get is you get this forehead to forehead, and you'll be both kind of like driving forehead to forehead like this. And that's kind of what I want for this snap down drill, is I want that pushback. So I'm going to try to get that, drive into them, get that pushback. My weak hand, not my strong hand, my weak hand is going to come to the back of their head like this. Nice, I'm here, driving, and then I snap. Okay, so the snap down, my hand comes to meet their throat, and my other hand is snapping them down. And I'm kind of like I'm passing a rugby ball in underneath my armpit like that. And here, so, and I get there. Now, you could drill this both sides, but I would tell you to drill primarily on your weak arm. You need to get used to that snap down on your weak side. It's not very good to snap down with your strong arm. Even though it's a better snap down, your finishing percentages will go down because you're not finishing the choke with your stronger arm. So again, I'm in my position, I'm here, squared up, drive, back of the head, snap, and pass. Again, here, drive, snap. And that's just the solo or the development drill, nice and easy. It's a good one just to get one if you're starting out a session, but as well as that, it's just good to get used to that snap down. You can do it from standing as well, getting used to the snap down. But yeah, so that's the main development drill we're looking at today. Now we're just going to get going with the first technical drill, which is a guillotine. We're going to use a W grip or butterfly grip, but you can do whatever grip you prefer. So for the snap down guillotine, it's the same setup in terms of the positioning. So I'm squaring my back, nice straight spine, head, I'm looking up at my opponent. I'm here, back of the head, and I snap down into my arms. Now from here, I'm going to bring my arm over their arm and through their armpit to connect with my other wrist. So that's the W I was speaking of. That's the W there. So again, I'm here, snap into my butterfly or W grip. From here, I'm going to take one leg out, and I'm just going to fall to the side and their head is on. So I'm going to fall, put my foot on their back, push down on, and I'm just going to extend just to get the tap. So again, I'm here, straight back, hand fighting, whichever, snap down, feed through to get your W, take your leg out, fall, here, okay, final time, again, in my butterfly, hand fighting, back of the head, snap, W, fall. Okay, so that's the butterfly grip or W grip. It's the same grip, people have different names for it. Very strong grip. The reason I like to play the arm in guillotine over the arm or the high elbow guillotine is the arm in actually makes it a lot harder for them to get their arm up to defend. So I have a lot higher success rate with the arm in guillotine. Takes a bit more practice to get a feel for the finish, but it's a very strong submission. So now we're just going to look at what happens when they defend. We're going to do two different submissions. So the first submission is going to sweep them and finish with a darts. So again, everything stays the same in terms of the starting snapping down. So I'm here, I'm hand fighting, head fighting, Snap down, I get my snap down, and I start to set up my initial thing. And now see the way that Laura's kind of posting, driving into me? That's going to let me sweep her over my shoulder. So I'm going to lift and I sweep. And from here, I'm going to land in this position. So we might just migrate back into the centre of the back and keep that position. So I get that sweep. Now I have this kind of W position here, but now obviously the guillotine isn't as going to be as successful submission. So what I'm going to do is feed my hand. So my hand that's under her arm is actually going to come through, and I can use my hand that's in the back of her head to kind of curl her head into my chest. So like this. And now see, I get this nice tight dart position. And now I can grab my bicep and I walk my hand up to get a nice tight dart. Now to finish, I'm just going to bit of a squeeze, get a tap. If they're not tapping to that, I can just start sprawling my hips and then get tighter again. Okay, so again, I'm in my butterfly guard, I'm hand fighting, back of the head, I snap. Here Laura starts to drive to defend the initial guillotine, and I sweep. So I get that sweep. From here, I'm going to follow her up to this position. So from here, I'm going to feed my hand through, and I pull her head down into my stomach as best I can. Grab my bicep, spider walk my hand up. Now it's pretty tight, so a bit of a squeeze should get your tap. Now if they're not tapping to that, then you can do the hip sprawl, which will make the submission 100% more effective. So for the last submission, yeah, we're going to run through it again actually, pause the whole time, but we'll run through it once more. I'm going to show you how to get to the position, and then I'll just do the transition on its own at the end. So again, in my butterfly, this position, once we start getting into this sequence, this is your attacking position. All of your attacks on the arms, the arm bar, the triangle, all of that come from this butterfly position. So it's a very, very aggressive system that I like to teach. So again, I'm here, hand fighting, snap, Laura defends, I get my sweep. Now as I go for the sweep, Laura tries to flatten her arm to get her shoulder down. And then see, I still have her neck, but she's flat, so I'm not going to be able to finish the darts. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drive my hand down and my hip to the mat. So my hand goes towards my leg. So I drive my hand to my leg, and I now, to finish the north-south, I start to walk north-south. And I get a very, very, very tight north-south choke. Now, I'll go through the details on the north-south transition and finish. I used to absolutely suck at north-south chokes. There's a couple of little tweaks I did that will make it a lot more of an effective finish. So again, I'm just saying we have the sweep so we can move like side control. Like the bottom position where I have your head. Yeah. So here. Yeah, that's good. So again, we're after getting the sweep, and I'm in this position with W grip, and Laura flattens herself to the mat. So I still have her neck tied up, but I don't have a darts anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprawl my leg out, and at the same time I'm trying to grab my inside of my leg. So here, sprawl, and see how that turns her head into my armpit, and that's what I'm trying to achieve, is that head turn. I grab my leg, and now I just start to walk north-south, and now my priority here is to walk my rib cage onto her chin, and that's what's going to get the submission. So I start to walk, and that's how you get a very, very tight north-south choke. Sorry, my brain stopped working for a second. So yeah, as you can see, 3 very, very quick and effective submissions there. The snap down guillotine will probably tap a lot of people. It's just a very quick one, especially if you get into that habit of just getting them into this like little hand fight game. They're just playing ball, and then you switch it up and snap, quick snap, in, dive onto that guillotine. They defend. Your switch to the darts or the north-south are very, very effective switches. Next week we're going to look at a couple of other options from this position. Again, playing with the snap down, and we'll also look at maybe playing with the arm drag, which is another way I set up some attacks from here. And then going on, we might look at some of the leg lock entries that I combine with this butterfly system. So yeah, that's pretty much today's class, guys. We'll have our solo drill video out tomorrow. I think we're focusing on passing, and we'll have our gi class up on Thursday evening as well at 7 p.m. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Leave a comment, give us a like, and subscribe if you really feel like it.